Most realtors don't think of themselves as businesses. I'm going to share with you today the most valuable tool you've got as a realtor. A lot of times realtors will think of their business as, if I don't sell anything, I don't have any business. If I don't get out there and make it happen myself, then when I get done selling, this business is no longer here. I want to tell you, this is an opportunity right now, not only to build your business right now, but to build a sellable asset. And that's using the most important and most valuable tool I know of in your real estate business, and that is your database. Now, I know, here we go. Oh, here he comes with information about the database again. But what I want to tell you is, I'm going to give you a little slant on this. Not only does your database give you the ability to compound what you're doing, where you're going to have repeat customers, where you're going to grow and it's going to compound year after year, but it also gives us the ability that when we get done and we're tired of selling, or we decide we want to do something else, or we simply retire, we've got an asset that has value. Recently, I've been working with a number of our agents to kind of position themselves to sell their business in 3 years. So what we're doing is we're finding a couple of different ways. We're taking the database and we're either selling the database with an introduction and with being on call for a few months, or we're actually phasing people into the business as a junior partner, phasing them in over a 3 or 4 year period and phasing them out. The only way we can do this is by having the database in the proper order. So I want to talk to you about some things you can be doing now that's going to help your database now, going to help you do more business now, but also give you a valuable asset. The first thing is this. Always be adding people to your database. What is it that you're doing on a weekly basis to have new lead flow come in? Are you adding the people in, and are you giving them value? What are you doing once you set them up? You see, once we get them in our database, now we have the ability to add value to them, and that leads us to the next step. The second step is to have systematic plans of action, or drip campaigns, that are always going to be reaching out to the people with valuable information. This can be everything from property information. This could be everything from details about what's going on in the neighborhood. You see, when we automate this process, where on a weekly, bi-weekly, every 4 weeks we're giving them information. Now we're staying in front of them. Now we're staying top of mind, that when the opportunity comes, we're going to be the person they think of. The third thing to do with your database is set to-dos. Now this is more about getting business right now. When we set to-dos, it gives us the ability to not just be automating our communication with them, but it gives us the ability really to reach out on the phone, to pick up the phone and check on them. Hey, it's been 2 years since you guys bought the house. I just wanted to check on you, see if you guys still love the house. Hey, it's been a little while. It's been 6 months since I talked to you. How are you and the family doing? You see, it gives us this system where nothing falls through the cracks. It sets this to-do up where 6 months from now, it's going to queue up and tell us, now's the time for you to reach out by phone. Even though you've been doing the systematic approach with the drip campaigns we've set up, letting them know about properties, now we're personalizing the communication. Now we're getting to a point where it's not just we're top of mind. Now we're not only top of mind for them, we're top of mind for their friends, their family, any referrals that they can send to us. The fourth step, which gives you more value now and also more value later, is to keep good information. You see, every system that you're using, we use Boomtown, which to me is one of the most powerful CRMs on the market. We give it to our agents, but whatever you're using, make sure you're documenting every conversation. Make sure you're putting in the information that tells you how many kids they have, how old they are, talks about their dreams, talks about whatever it is that's going on in their life that would be pertinent. We want to have it in the description portion, where if someone else comes in and they read this description of who this person is, they're going to have a good snapshot of who they are, what their dreams are, what their aspirations are, and what they've done in the past. Now we'll have the documentation of each of those communications. If you talk to them on the phone, when you've talked to them on the phone, talk about what that conversation was about. Where did the conversation go? Did they tell you that they might be thinking about selling in the next 12 to 18 months? Whatever it is, document that in there. When you keep good information, it not only keeps you on track right now, but it gives the ability that when you sell the asset, the more information you have in there, the more valuable the information is. This is not just for you, this is for the asset in the future. Last but certainly not least, consistently add value to the database. Now this seems like it makes sense, but are you executing on this? Do you have a consistent weekly, every 2 weeks, or monthly information that you're sending out to your database. You know, we produce this for our agents with just a simple newsletter. I'm going to talk about something though that maybe is a little bit different than that. I want to talk about, we're giving them information about the market, but we're also sharing details about the area. I like to say, if you're getting more personal, you're going to get more personal information. If you have more personal information, now you have the place where you can add more value to those clients. So for instance, what would this look like? This may be my 3 new favorite restaurants that have opened in the last year in our area. Has nothing to do with real estate, but it has everything to do with the relationship. Has nothing to do with us necessarily asking if they want to sell their house, but it keeps us top of mind when they get ready to sell their house. You see, when we're consistently adding value, we're consistently reaching out to the database, now we've got something that adds more value to our business now, but it especially adds more value to the relationship we have, which makes our business worth more money. I hope this is helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.